Lives are extremely important in today's marketing. They're extremely powerful and they're really good for communicating with your audience and building that community. But sometimes they're a huge time suck. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to streamline the process so that you can batch your lives. Hey guys, I'm Gwendolyn. I'm the content creator's best friend, and I'm here to simplify video creation for you so that you can get back to what's most important in your business. Today, we're talking all about how to streamline the live process so that you're spending far less time and can even batch portions of your live. If you're enjoying this content and my channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so that you can know when I have some valuable information coming out for you next. And before we get started, give me a comment below. Are you adding lives to your marketing strategy, and how's it going? Is there a struggle that you're just like, oh, I hate this part of lives? Let me know, and we're gonna dive into a lot of those struggles right now. So one of the biggest struggles when it comes to live is that it is a little bit of a time suck because you have to be present at a certain time in order to deliver your live. Well, today I'm gonna show you how you can streamline that process so that you're not spending a ton of time when it comes to creating your lives. First of all, you're going to want to have a script ready. Now, I have a script that I use that's highly converting, and I make sure that in all my lives, I say certain things at the beginning, the middle, and the end. I structure them in a way that's kind of like a training along with Q&As at the end. But I also don't forget, especially on YouTube, to encourage people to subscribe and to get some links that I have specifically for them in the description. So it's almost like a recorded video when it comes to your YouTube lives. When it comes to your Instagram and Facebook lives, there should be some engagement that you can ask. More than just, oh, hey, Susie, thanks for jumping on. Make sure that you're asking for engagement inside your video. And if you're planning on repurposing, this is another strategy. We'll talk about it at another time. But for now, just know that it's okay to ask for that engagement inside of your lives and ask for people like, where are you watching from? How's your workday going? Is this resonating with you? All those things you can ask within your lives. As you're doing that, you're boosting the engagement and you're boosting the reach of the live that is happening. So that's why it's really important to have a script. Now, you can have a bare bones script. So I use a bare bones script that I just kind of plug in my content to. But the next step is the most important part of your live strategy process. So step number 2 is going to be planning out your topics. The reason this is so important is because when you start going live regularly, you're gonna have a time where you're like, oh my gosh, what did I talk about 3 weeks ago? Oh, I don't wanna repeat myself. Oh, I don't know what to talk about. All those things are gonna come up if you're going live regularly. So my suggestion to you is to take some either written content, or maybe you have a freebie, or some kind of opt-in or some kind of offer that you can start breaking up into live, something that is already created, right? And break it into as many lives as you can. When you get up to 12 lives, I recommend that's when you should start creating your live content. And as you get lower and lower, so as you do 1, maybe add another 1, or as you do 4, add 4 more topics so that you can put them on a calendar. You know exactly what you're talking about every single time you jump on, and you know what to preface for the next time. Like, hey guys, thanks for joining me on the live. Today we're talking about, and as you're closing, you're saying, thanks for being here, guys. I hope this was helpful. Next week, we're talking all about. You can't do that if you don't plan it out ahead of time. So this is how I batch all of my lives. I know that the importance of keeping my audience coming back. So if I have a regular time I go live, then they're gonna start getting conditioned to when I'm going live. They're gonna start showing up for that. And if I can give them like a precursor to what's happening next week, there's excitement building for the next live that I do. So it's really important to not only have a script that you're kind of basing off of so that you don't forget to ask for that engagement. You don't forget to ask people to follow you on different places, or buy your products if that's part of your lives. And then it's also really important to know exactly what you're talking about weeks in advance. And this is so you can plan ahead when it comes to being able to tell your audience what's coming up. You can even put it in the banner in your Facebook, like this day I'm talking about this and this day I'm talking about this. It makes the process so much easier, not only for you because you're spending less time in the thought process of doing it, but also for your audience because they'll know, oh, I cannot wait for 3 weeks from now. She's talking about blah, 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 right? So batch as many ideas as you can. And the last tip is what I give for any type of video content. Have a set place with your camera all set up, with whatever your lights or whatever kind of equipment you have set up. Have it set up the night before, if not all the time, so that all you have to do is jump in. You already have your script and you already have the topic you're talking about and your call to actions. Everything is all planned out for you. So all you have to do is sit down, deliver amazing value, connect with your audience, and turn off the camera and go back to what's most important in your business. If you're spending hours on prepping for this, worrying about it even, you're doing it wrong. There are ways to streamline this process, and I hope that this video was helpful and maybe gave you a little light bulb. I'm like, oh, there's so many things I can talk about. I don't want you to get in that rut of like, oh, what have I already talked about? I don't want to repeat myself. All those things can be completely dissipated and disappear if you just plan your content, you know what you're going to say, and your equipment is out. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments below, did this help with any of the things that you are struggling with your live content? In the coming weeks, I'm going to show you how to make all sorts of your content faster and easier for you. So this is just the beginning of all those videos. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell because I have some amazing content coming up for you next. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next week.